Tattoos have been around for thousands of years and are reported to have started all the way over in Egypt. When they finally reached the US, they weren't reflected in a positive way. In the 1930s, tattoos were related to people from the circus or freak shows. In the 1960s, they were related to more deviant behavior, including gang members, criminals, and bikers. And by 1970, tattoos hit the rock and roll theme. Janis Joplin became very well known both positively and negatively for sporting her body art. And for women in tattoos, it hasn't stopped there. Currently, almost 60% of Western women have this permanent form of art on their bodies. So what's changing in the world of women in tattoos? And why is it becoming so popular?
I think that it's just, everybody's basically equal now. So it's not that, men can have them, women can't. You don't have to be a biker chick to have a tattoo now. You can be a doctor, a lawyer, anyone. And it really doesn't matter placement-wise because it's more accepted in the workplace.
It's becoming more socially acceptable now. I think females themselves feel more empowered to do what they want to do instead of being held back by society and whatnot. And right now, society is more acceptant of tattoos than they used to be, and it goes through trends in this country as well. It goes through the phase of, oh, this is a bad thing, don't do that, to, oh, this is a cool thing, it's okay to do it. And right now, it's more in that zone.
So it's being more accepted.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you tattoo women now?
I would say it's probably about 50-50.
Females are easy, 50% of our business, if not a little higher. So at least, 4 or 5 a week.
But a lot of women, you don't even know that they have the tattoos until they come in and they're like, oh, can you add to this? I have people that come in and you wouldn't think that they have a tattoo, which is very stereotypical, but, you look at them and you're like, oh, wait, you want a tattoo? And then come to find out they have their whole back done, or they have something on their leg, or, different areas, and they want to add to it or get more.
Would you say there's more women being tattooed now than it was when you first started?
Yes, absolutely.
In 2003, a Harrison Interactive poll stated that 34% of people with tattoos say their tattoos make them feel sexy, while 29% feel rebellious, and 5% feel intelligent. The medical journal Physician Assistant reported that in the past 20 years, tattooing women has quadrupled.
How many tattoos do you have?
I have 4 tattoos. I have one on my foot, stars. I have one on my thigh, roses. One on my hip, which is lightning bolts, and one on my back, which is an abstract kind of looking butterfly.
And how old were you when you got your first tattoo?
I was 18. It was right out of high school. After graduation, my mom got it for me as a present.
If you look at the time period of even 30, 40 years ago, women were expected to stay home and take care of children. And that has slowly changed to being more predominant in the workforce and being more involved in the workforce. And having that kind of freedom has, I think, allowed women freedom in everyday life and personal choices. If you can do this, why can't you do something else as well? My oldest client is a woman, and she's 78.
Wow.
She waited a long time to get her tattoo.
And that was her first tattoo?
That was her first tattoo.
At 78?
At 78, yep. And wow. She's just fine through it, so... you do get a lot of the young women. I just suggest, think about what you want. Make it meaningful, make it important to you, and try not to go with, oh, this is a cool thing right now. Try to be mindful of what's going to be important in your life 10 years from now.
So do you think the tattoos changes how people see you then?
I don't really dwell upon it. I mean, people are going to think what they're going to think. That goes for anything. But not gonna lie, a lot of people tend to judge people with tattoos. It comes off as I don't know, not so innocent if you have one kind of a thing, considering it's a needle going into you and it's something that's there for life.
Well, do you think in 10 years it's going to be even different than it is now?
Oh, definitely. It's constantly going to evolve and change. It's just the way everything runs, so... it's going to be no different with tattooing, and even women with tattooing. And you notice there's even a lot more female artists and a lot more well-known female artists now, which is good because it was predominantly just a male-only trade, at least in this country. So
I think it's going to be even better. People will have their arms done. Females will have them just as much as men because it's not like bell-bottoms that you throw in your closet and they don't come back out, and then 20 years later they do. Tattoos you can't take off, so they're there, and people wear them proud.
With tattooing being the 6th fastest growing retail business in the U.S., there's no doubt that women in tattoos will continue evolving for years to come.
You ready?
Ugh.